Monje. Real mom is crazy. Hola, Letho, aka Mahadi, not Mahali. Welcome to my channel, good people. I'm the girl that calls 4 countries home: Lesotho, South Africa, Great Britain, and Australia, mate, where I live. I thought I'll take you along this journey because I'm just starting a day today. I am house hunting. I'm trying to downsize. My rent has gone up to $450 a week and I cannot afford it. So my budget is between $200 and $300. So of course there's areas where houses are generally much cheaper. I don't particularly like to live in those areas, but I'm okay to, So I've been looking at those areas, and then last night my sister friend, the same person who got me this place, who connected me to the landlord here. This is a private rental. Same person, also my Makoti's mom, my son's girlfriend's mom. She sent me a link to this place. It's right here in this neighborhood that I love, down the street, for half the rent, and it's 2 bedrooms. I was even looking like for studio places, and I was thinking, their dad has been wanting to live with them. Okay, it's a better lighting. And of course, I've never felt that's the best thing for them. They were not particularly keen, but that was last year when we discussed the topic. Things have changed, So I've been just thinking that, look, I need to protect, quote unquote, try and keep them with me, or at least if they do go live with him and they're not happy, they can always come back. But of course, getting a place big enough for all of us means money. I cannot afford it. I've got school fees. I just cannot afford it. My income is just not enough to take care of the 3 of us. So I spent all of yesterday, which was Sunday, just house hunting and emailing the school, emailing my landlord. My landlord is such a beautiful person. Like, guys, so supportive. So just before I slept, so around 11 p.m., that's when I saw this link to this place, which is available from today. It wasn't available yet. And you don't qualify if you earn, it's on a discounted thing. I think it's a government thing or something. It's a beautiful place, 2 bedrooms. So my daughter and I will share a bedroom. And I remember I discussed with her before she left the financial situation. She was like, Mom, I don't mind sleeping in the bedroom with you. It's just that you don't want me to. So I remember we were even thinking, you know what, we can even get a 1 bedroom if they can let us. And then I simply, I sell the sofas. Plus these are the sofas I bought. These are my marital home sofas. Sell them, get the sofa bed, and then her brother can sleep in the lounge, until, everything is until we can afford a bigger place, So this place is on that discounted rent until February 2024. It's $244. It's such a beautiful place. That place goes for $400, $425, $450, like usually a place like that. So I just thought, let me take you on the journey of this roller coaster. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel like it's mine. I feel like it's mine. You know, I was just crying. Last night, there's a lady I spoke to that I sing with in the choir, and I was just telling her, actually, let me just tell you the testimony. I just mentioned I didn't have money for fuel. The choir was meant to go have a picnic out in the city, and it rained on Sabbath, so we changed that. Okay, we'll just have it at church. And I was like, phew, I'm glad, because I didn't know how I was gonna get there. I don't have fuel. Then she just sent me money. She didn't even ask for anything. She did a pay ID. Pay ID is like when you send someone money through there using their mobile number. She just sent me $100, guys. I had no fuel. I didn't know how I was gonna go to work this week. I get paid this Thursday. And already, of course, there's things waiting for that pay. I had already borrowed $200 from my son the $100 was, I sent it to my daughter for pocket money. If you saw my last upload, she went over to the other side of Australia to the jazz festival, and the other 100 was to top up rent, which was going out on Saturday. So I borrowed 200 on Friday from my son, and I knew I can't be borrowing anymore. Like, it's like, come on now. He wouldn't have said that, but maybe he may not have had it, but I don't want him feeling bad. But I still want him to know how hard it is, you know. So that's why I couldn't now borrow money for fuel. I was still thinking, who am I gonna borrow fuel money from? This lady and her husband just put in $100 for me. Oh. Anywho, so I was just telling her my situation and telling her, look, I'm actually looking for a place, because I had just said to my landlord, when she told me the rent is going up, I said, yeah, let's do it another year. She was asking 6 months or a year. I said a year, because I was thinking of so many things that I need to do and the stresses I'm going through. That I can't be stressing about moving. But after that, I thought of it. I was like, I can't actually afford to be here another year. So I asked her, okay, can we do it 6 months actually? Because the contract is finished. But she's at home. She's from Botswana. So she's at home, and she hasn't drafted a new contract. So she was gonna draft it and send it through. She hasn't drafted it, so I said, okay, let's do 6 months. She was fine with it. And after the weekend, so I was back to this lady from church, and she was saying, look, pray for God to give you a way to stay in the area. Don't go to those other areas. To give you more income. She actually said, yeah, to give you more income. I was saying, yeah, actually, I'm thinking of going to do a course, a course to take bloods. I can't remember what it's called. Someone suggested that. Thank you. I don't know how to call you. Okay, my special person suggested that I do that course. So I've been thinking of doing that course and augment my income. So this lady said, ask God that you don't want to stay, you don't want to leave this area. So when my sister friend, Mohotsi, sent me the link to the house that's just here down the road in my budget, I could not hold tears. I just feel favored, I don't deserve it. I don't pray better than any other people, because there's a friend of mine this morning. I sent everyone, the news last night before I slept. And this morning I'm reading, she's like, wow, you pray, girl. And I'm thinking, I don't pray better than other people. I don't. I have so many other people praying for me. And God is honoring their prayers, I believe. Like, I'm not praying any better. I'm not a better Christian. I did not even know there was such a thing of the national rent, what, to help people on low-income families. Accommodation like that in the UK, it's not good. Council housing, some are good, but mostly, generally, it's not good. You get discounted accommodation depending on your income, but the accommodation is really bad. This place is new, is beautiful, and it's within my budget. Do you understand? Because right now I'm paying 900 per fortnight for rent. I'm gonna pay less than 600. Do you understand? And that's what I was hoping for, but I was happy to go up to 400 because I was not finding a place that for 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and 2 garages, which is this place has, and it's 245. So yeah, I'll get back to this vlog once I know what's happening, once they email me, once I get a hold of them, once they email me back. But I'm gonna, during recess, I'm gonna put a reminder alarm during recess. I need to call them, get in there before someone else gets in there. But I just want to glorify God. Listen, whatever happens, I just want to glorify God. But I believe and I speak it into existence. This is my home. This is my new home. This is my place. So I'm going to take you guys along, hopefully up to the moving date. The place is available from today, and I'm hoping to move this week. Whatever I'm getting on Thursday, I'm going to pay as bond. When I get a refund from this house, a bond from this house, then I'll sort out my life. Otherwise, there's not going to be any school fees paid this week. I'm going to tell them, because this money I was going to put aside for school fees and then top it up. They take school fees between the 19th and 21st. And I emailed them as well last night, and I CC'd the baby daddy to ask if the school can invoice me just half of the school fees, because I cannot afford it and I can't keep paying school fees on my own. He's also liable to pay. They actually told me, if you've been here before, I've mentioned it, and that made me cry when they were asking me, why isn't he paying? Why are you struggling alone? It was 2 years ago after he left. Actually, he left 3 years ago, but 2 years ago was when I started struggling. That's when he stopped paying school fees. We actually had an agreement that he went back on. So a lot of things changed, so that nullified the verbal agreement, because he had said he would give me this much a month, and I said I will pay school fees. He was very angry that I'm putting him on the system to pay child support. I said, so I had to, I appeased him by saying, look, I will pay school fees. It's okay. But it's because he was going to send a certain amount of money that I was going to pay school fees. But he did not do that, He didn't do that. And he even went to a point of not even paying a cent for months. So how was I going to continue paying school fees? Yeah. But he's of course sent me a screenshot underlining where I say I'm going to pay school fees. Just mentioning this in case he's your friend or he's your family and he's shown you where I said I'll pay school fees. I had said that based on the fact that he was going to send me money. But he's not doing that. It's not happening. So how am I going to pay school fees? So yeah, anywho, I asked the school to invoice me half of the fees and invoice him, because I didn't make this child alone. And when we put her in the school, we were still together. We're still a married couple, and we both signed the contract. Yeah. Anywho, all right. I'll see you guys. So I'm late for work. Well, I'm going to arrive at the time that work starts. But good thing the students arrive like 40 minutes after we do. but I'm usually there way before I need to be there. Like I started 8, but I'm usually there like 1:45. But this time I'm gonna get there at 8 or 10 past, which is when the other teachers arrive. Some of the teachers, some of the EAs. All right, I'll update you. So, the reason I'm vlogging this is because the reason I'm late. I didn't even say bye to Rhea. The reason I'm vlogging this is because I'm late because I was making the application. I noticed they had responded to me, so I was applying. I just need to upload the documents when I get there. Rhea, I'm off. Okay. Yeah, so the reason I'm late is because I was doing my application. Okay. So when they open, they'll find my... I just need to upload the documents now. So I've just taken our document, our file thing. But I have them digitally as well. But some of them... I may not, but I have the digital version and the hard copies. All right. Goodness me. All right, guys, see ya.
And they sold really well. Yeah, right.
Oh, so like after we've done the thing for our own, if we provide like the item.
Well, we need to see how we go. See how much you guys are.
Hola, Letho. That means I am Letho. I'm the girl that calls 4 countries home: Lesotho, the UK, Australia, and South Africa. Welcome to my channel. I haven't done a sit down in a while. I'm not sure if this is going to be part of a vlog I started this morning. I think it will be. Or maybe I'll just play that vlog afterwards, like this, like a little bit of it's probably 10 minutes or something. I was so excited. And right now I feel run down. I feel kitapile, I feel tapped. When you're chewing a gum, you chew it and you chew it until its elasticity is gone. That's hotap. That's how I feel. And I just thought I'm gonna come on here because I've lost the strength to take you on that journey of the house and the excitement, because I got news that there had been a potential tenant already, whose application had been accepted. And of course I was feeling upset that I work. Silly me, because I feel like I would have finished that application because I was on it, but I needed to rush to work. But at the same time they did respond like at midnight. So had I not slept, I slept really late. I feel like it's like they responded 5 or 10 minutes after I applied for the thing. It was after 11, probably 2:12, when I got the link and I applied. I sent them everything and they responded about how to apply, because it wasn't clear where to apply. There was no link, there was no option to apply for the property. So I only noticed it when I hopped out of the shower this morning, and I tried to follow the link and I ran out of time and I had to rush to school. When I got to school, before the kids got in, I was busy uploading documents, but I still couldn't finish, so I had to wait for recess to send the application. Unfortunately, it was too late. Someone else had beat me to it. I was shattered. I was trying so much not to cry. And now I got the email from the school saying, they can invoice us separately. They've sent the forms, they've attached the forms. I was eating before this. If you see any food, excuse me. They're gonna invoice us separately, but ultimately we each are liable to pay the debt if the other party does not do their part. So I would still need to pay the full thing if he doesn't. I would be liable, he would be liable, but of course we know who's going to end up being the one that does the right thing. That wouldn't have disturbed me much because, but I got that email after I had gotten the one. Well, I read that one after I had read the one about the house, and I just could feel like tears. I mean, I know God has a plan. I'm so happy. I now know about that, those rental, that rental scheme for people on low budget. And so now that's where I'm going to focus on, that's where my focus is going to be on, contacting. And apparently there's a letting agent there by my workplace whose properties are 90% those type of properties, and apparently there's one here as well, in the suburb I'm based at. So it's just a matter of googling that. Actually, that was the plan this afternoon, and then I was like, no, let me do that course that I've been meaning to do, these short courses, free short courses on the internet. I didn't even end up doing that one because I got on the internet and there was something else. But yeah, I'm just shattered. I'm just discouraged. But at the same time, of course, looking on the bright side and being very, very happy that there is such a thing as that housing scheme, the government scheme for people on low budget. So there is great, great, great hope, I hope there's a lot of properties in there that are available. It's just a matter of finding a site or finding the location of that place so I can go I can't go tomorrow. Today would have been the perfect day because I didn't have to do any school runs. My daughter arrives this evening, tonight, 10 p.m. I was hoping, since I slept late last night, I was banking on my son going to pick her up. Of course, I hadn't asked him and he's at work. Part of the reason I'm able to do this video, because these sit downs need me to be alone, even if it's things I don't mind sharing with them. But for me to be free, to freely talk to you, I want to be alone. I prefer to be alone. Also, as you can see, I'm in the lounge and this is everybody's room. So I can't expel people to their bedrooms so that I can record, unless I really had something amazing to talk about. But yeah, I do realize that it's been a while since I actually did a sit down. And I do apologize. In other news, my ex-husband got married this past weekend, or the weekend before. And you know what people are like? People be sending me pictures. Anywho, yeah, I just thought I'll edit in there that I am at work, guys. You can stop telling me about it or being shocked about it or whatever it is that you're doing. I'm aware. I know about it, and I wish them nothing but the best. That's all I can say. So yeah, all right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go actually. I hope my video, I may not have said it in words, but I do hope that my journey, sharing my journey, is also encouraging you if you're in my same situation, in the same boat. Yesterday I was watching this program where they were just showing how many Australian women over 50s, 60s live alone, they don't have houses because they can't afford it. People have been married before, they divorce, and they live in caravans. They off the grid, creating their own electricity with the solar panels. People not having addresses because it makes more sense to live in a caravan, live like that, either at a caravan park or travel the country. It makes more sense to live like that, even though people are still working, to live like that than to live in a house. Some people, after they retire, the women still get, I think they said 45% less than the men do in the same jobs. So they don't have enough money, even in their retirement fund, they don't have enough to live on. So they live like that. It touched my heart so much. I'm just thinking, someone like me, I'm just starting to work, so I definitely don't have it's called superannuation. I definitely don't have retirement, and I'm thinking, what's gonna become of me? What's gonna become of my children? What's gonna, I feel like I'm not gonna have anything to leave behind, but am I gonna be able to sustain myself and afford myself? I just feel, obviously, yeah, but I'm just trying to say that please be encouraged, please don't give up. It can get overwhelming when you think sometimes it feels like everything is falling apart. It feels like nothing can ever be right. The ends are not meeting, but it's gonna be okay. And even if you lose material things, even if you lose, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. As long as you are still here, there is hope. So don't give up on life, and don't give up on God, because God will never give up on you. Don't give up on God. God is faithful. God lets us go through things for reasons that He, in His sovereign power and being, we don't understand. But all things work together for good to them that love the Lord, and it's not always the Lord's doing that we go through things. It's these people, the devil, us, but God fixes things. God makes everything new, everything work out, and I'm very hopeful, very, very hopeful. I did feel extremely discouraged because but I prayed. I said, Lord, can this application not go through, please, of this person, so that I get that place? But I know God has something even better, because even getting this place that I'm at, there's a house that I was so sure was mine. I went there, I was praying, I stood outside. I prayed until I felt heaven is with me. I had no doubt that I'm going to get that place, and I didn't. Whoa. Sorry guys. I'm just reminded of another time that I had no doubt about something I was praying about. When I was praying for my dad to heal from COVID, I had no doubt he was going to be fine. And when I was praying for my son, so sometimes I think God makes us feel confident without a doubt about something we're praying about that is going to happen for our sakes, so that we stop worrying, we stop fretting, is that a word? He gives us peace. I think just as I'm speaking, I realize that, God just gives us His peace. He just overcomes us with His peace, so that we have faith. But of course, faith doesn't mean things are going to happen the way we want. But let's just trust God. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. it may feel, you may feel like you're at a dead end. You may feel like, because also maybe you don't have people around you, you don't have people who are supportive or who can be supportive, like financially, I mean. It can feel absolutely hopeless, but do not give up. Do not give up. Do not give up. Don't. It will get better. It will get better. Keep believing. Keep believing. Keep believing. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. All right. I love you guys. I'll update you. I will come back. I'll come back with that vlog of me moving in, of my testimony. Listen, I'm gonna come back with the testimony. I have got no doubt about it. I know it for a fact. And this is not just God making me not worry about it. No, I know it. I have no doubt that I'm gonna come back with a testimony. All right? Yes. All right, guys. Mwah. Love you, but remember that God loves you even more, and that is true. Ciao, ciao.
Helen, you watched everything. Thank you so much for watching everything. Now don't forget to subscribe and go back to my other videos and scroll and watch everything. There's very good things in here, very good interesting things. You are number one. Now thank you and take care of yourself.